Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Dear Dhamma friends, today we are going to discuss about another Dhamma sermon. Dhamma friends, I am Bhante Dhammalankara from Labunuru Kanga Forest Monastery, North Central Province in Sri Lanka. So I am very happy to talk with you Dhamma, teachings of the Buddha. So I hope to talk about today Vammikasuttaṃ. Sutta name is Vammikasuttaṃ. Sutta number is 22 in Majjhima Nikaya. Friends, at that time, Blessed One was living at Savatthi Jetaskro Anathapindika's monastery. In the same occasion, Venerable Kumar Kassapa was dwelling in Blind Man's Grove. Blind Man's Grove means Andavani. Thero Samena Ayasma Kumar Kassapa Andavani Vihara. Blind Man's Grove. So then a Deva came to meet him. A god came to meet Venerable Kumar Kassapa. And he discussed, he say some factors, Dhamma factors to him. Why did that Deva came to meet Venerable Kumar Kassapa? That Deva, that God, is a friend of Kumar Kassapa. One of friends Kumar Kassapa. Not in this life, in previous birth. So there are very, very beautiful story behind that. So in the Kassapa Samma Sambuddha's dispensation, there were 5 monks and they want to realize Nibbana. But the other bhikkhus are not diligent. So they want to, they are diligent, but they can't practice with those other bhikkhus. So they went to the jungle. Those 5 bhikkhus went to the jungle. And they went to top of a mountain. Those 5 bhikkhus went to top of a mountain and take off the ladder. Discarded the ladder after climbing up the mountain. Then they determined we should practice meditation. We should practice bhavana until die. 2 destinations, arahanthood or death. So the first monk became an arahanta in the next day. The second monk became a non-returner in the next day. The arahanta monk became parinibbana, and the non-returner reborn in the Brahma world after the death. The other 3 monks were not able to realize any other stages. So they were reborn in the heaven after the death. So, and then in this Buddha Sasana, one realized the Arahanthood. I think you may have heard about his name, Bahya Daruti. He realized the Nibbana. And the other one, King Pukkusati, he also realized the non-returner. He became a non-returner. And the last monk is the Kumarakassapa. Last one is the venerable Kumarakassapa. He still not realized any stages. So that is why this God want to help him. So he came with the Dhamma. He then those God check his friend. He want to visit his friend. So when he consider about them, the others are okay, but Venerable Kumarakassapa is still not realized any special Dhamma. So he wanted to help him with Dhamma. So he came with some symbols. So he came with some Dhamma factors that should pay his that we should pay our attention, and said this story. Bhikkhu bhikkhu ayang vammiko ratti dupayati diva pajjalati. Said this. Venerable, there is a ant hill, and this ant hill is this ant hill is fumed at night and flamed at daytime. So this is, there are no any ant hill in the in this environment. That is imagination. Now story. Now that Deva is saying a story to Kumarakassapa, Venerable Kumarakassapa. There is a ant hill. That ant hill is fumed at night and flamed at daytime. There is a Brahmin and there is a wise person. Brahmin says this: grab a weapon, dig this ant hill. That is, then that Sumedha started to dig that ant hill. Then Sumedha started dig it. So he digged it. Then Sumedha saw a lock. Abhikanto Sumedho adasa langi. When Sumedha dig that ant hill, Sumedha saw a lock. Then he said, Venerable sir, there is a lock. Then Brahmana said, discard the lock and dig again. Then Sumedha discarded the lock, dig again. When Sumedha dig again, he saw a frog. He saw a frog or toad. Then he said, Venerable sir, there is a toad or there is a frog. Then the Brahmana said, discard the frog and dig again. Then Sumedha dig again. When he dig again, he saw a two-way junction. Abhikanto Sumedho Addasa Dvidamata, two-way junction. And then he said, Venerable sir, there is a two-way junction. Then Brahmana said, discard the two-way junction, dig again. Then Sumedha started to dig again. When Sumedha dig that ant hill again, Sumedha saw strainer. See you. So he said, Venerable sir, there is a strainer. Then Sumedha, then that Brahmana said, discard the steel, discard the strainer. Then Sumedha discarded the strainer and dig again. When he dig again, he saw Sumedha saw turtle. So he said, Venerable sir, there is a turtle. Then Brahmana said, discard the turtle, dig again. Then Sumedha dig again. Then Sumedha saw chopping board. Venerable sir, chopping board. Meat chopping board. Venerable sir, meat chopping board. Then it's called asisuna. Asisuna means the thing we cut meat is called chopping board. So he saw another chopping board. Then Sumedha discarded it and dig again. When he dig again, he saw piece of meat. When there was a piece of meat, then he said, take off the discard the piece of meat and dig again. Then Sumedha dig again. Then Sumedha saw that cobra. When there was a cobra, then Brahmana said, do not harm the cobra, do not disturb the cobra, worship the cobra. So this is the story. Now that Deva told the story and said this, you should go to the Samma Sambuddha and ask this. Only Buddha can explain about these factors. No one can explain about these factors. Please go and ask the Buddha. Then he went to the Buddha. Then that then that Deva disappeared. He went to the Brahma world. And in the Kumar, Venerable Vammikasuttaṃ Thero went to the Buddha in the next day and said the whole story and asked this, Venerable sir, what is the meaning that ko vammiko? What is the meaning anthill? Anthill is a name for this body. Vammikotiko bhikkhu kayasetam adivachana. It is a symbol for this body. Why? Do you know anthill? How anthill is created? Anthill is created by white ant. They take mud by their mouth and vomited. So Vammika means the vomited meaning. That is all. It is called Vammika. So that is the main reason. And so many animals, so many creatures is dwelling at. So many creatures are dwelling at the anthill. Even although white ant created it, they can't live in that anthill. Why? There are so many enemies. Some cobra, some serpent come to that anthill and they live in that. They live in that anthill. So so many creatures urinate in that anthill and they defecate there and they vomit it. So that is the nature of the anthill. In the same way, our body, in our body, there are so many creatures. They live in this body, but we don't know. We can't see. We can't see. We think this is my body, but they think this is their land. This is their world. Some animals think this body is food. We think this is my body, but those animals think that this is their food. So that is the nature. So we shouldn't consider this body as we should not consider this body is not. We should not consider this body is mine. That is the Buddha's teaching. So we have to talk about that matter in a broader context. But if we talk, so as we want to talk about this sutta, we can't pay so many time to that. However, we should understand this body as an anthill. We should consider this body as an anthill. That is the Buddha's advice. As well as, so if we want to realize the Four Noble Truth, some people think we should practice only samatha and vipassana. So in this case, we have to pay so many methods that we should pay our attention. So we can see there are 9 factors. There are 9 factors that we should pay our attention. Venerable Kumarakassapa had to pay his attention to these 9 factors. First one is he have to consider his body as a anthill. That is the first thing, and that prastha. And then he asked, Venerable Sir, what is the meaning? What is the meaning? This Brahmin. Brahmin means Tathagata. Brahmin means Tathagata. What is the meaning? This anthill is fumed at night. Ratti Dupayati means we think in the night. That is the meaning. Fumed at night. We think, we contemplate, we think in the night. How do we spend tomorrow? Normal human being think in the night. How do we spend tomorrow? How do I spend tomorrow? How I live tomorrow? That is why Ratti Dupayati, fumed at the anthill is fumed at night, and the anthill is flamed at daytime. That means we work at daytime. That is the meaning. And what is the weapon? What is the weapon? Weapon means wisdom. What is the digging? Digging means practicing Dhamma. Who is the Sumedha? Who is the wise man? Wise man is Bhikkhu. Then what is the lock? When he dig, he saw a lock. When Sumedha lock, when Sumedha dig, he saw a lock. What is that lock? Lock means avijja. So we should understand, if we have avijja, we can't see anything. We can't do anything. If we are in the hall, locked hall, we can't go out. In the same way, if we have avijja, so we can't do anything. We can't understand anything. Everyone have avijja. So we don't know about the world. We have huge delusion about the world. We think that there are precious things in the world. That is called avijja. So first one, we should take off the avijja. That is why Buddha said it is a lock. Everyone have a lock. That lock is avijja. You should understand that. You have an avijja, means lock. You have a lock. And number 2, Venerable Sir, what is the meaning uddumayikam? Udmayakam means frog, toad. So the frog's nature is implanted. The frog nature is implanted. The frog implants the body. Why did he implant the body? He implanted the body when he get angry. So more he get anger, more he implants. So when he implants more and more, he is easy to the frog is easy to prey enemies. So in the same way, if we get anger, we are easy to prey enemies. So there are so then if we get anger, our enemies can easily defeat us. So therefore Buddha said, take off the anger. Now Buddha pointed out we should take off the ignorance and we should take off the anger too. And then again Buddha said, he asked, Venerable sir, what is the meaning two-way Johnson? Two-way Johnson means doubt. So if you want to practice Dhamma, you shouldn't have a doubt. Why? People have the doubt about the Buddha, Dhamma and Sangha. So they follow so many things. They don't have certainty about the Buddhism. So why? Don't hear Dhamma well. Don't read Dhamma well. They study so many things, unwanted things, follow unwanted things. So if you want to give up the doubt, you have to read the Dhamma. You have to listen the Dhamma. You have to understand Dhamma clearly. That is how you can take off the Dhamma. So if you have doubt, you can't practice well. So what should we practice? We should practice Four Noble Truth. So you should learn Dhamma. You should learn Four Noble Truth. Dukkha Satya, Samudaya Satya, Nirodha Satya, Marga Satya. The truth of the suffering. Truth of the origin of the suffering. Truth of the cessation of the suffering. Truth of the way leading to the cessation of the suffering. Four Noble Truth. You have to clearly understand what the Buddha said. So that is the Dhamma. Don't follow another thing. Don't follow and other things. Some people follow so many unwanted things as Buddhism. So they want to practice. They want to help. They want to become a bodhisattva or something like that. So Buddha did not admire to become a bodhisattva according to the Buddhism. Why? We should try to realize Four Noble Truth. So sometimes you can do that, but it can't do in one life. We have to dedicate so many lives to become a bodhisattva. Sorry, become a Buddha. So you have to you can become an arahant in one life. So therefore don't try to follow unwanted things. Buddha did not did not recommend us to practice Bodhisattva. Buddha did not recommend us to practice Buddha. Buddha said, if anyone think to be a Buddha, it can't be done. It is like there's a parable. If someone want to destroy the whole world with a weapon, with normal weapon, with a memory, sometimes he can do that. But if anyone won't become a Buddha, he can't do that. See how difficult to be a Buddha. So therefore, try to realize the Four Noble Truths. Don't waste your life. So why? If you have learned Four Noble Truth, you try to do that. So if you don't learn it, if you don't pay your attention on Four Noble Truth, you don't try to follow it, and then you have all the time doubt. You have doubt all the time. So that is why Buddha said, take off the doubt. And then Buddha said, Venerable sir, what is the meaning strainer? Strainer means 5 hindrances: kamachanda, lust and desire; vyapada, hate; and sloth and torpor, tina vidya; and scattered mind, uddhacha kukucha; and doubt again. I discussed about doubt. Then why Buddha pointed out the pointed out these 5 hindrances as strainer? What is the nature of the strainer? Strainer can't hold anything. In the same way, if we have these hindrances, we can't hold any kusala dhamma. That is why. So any among these 5 hindrances, even we have one, we have kamachanda, we can't hold any kusala dhamma. So we don't have kamachanda. If we have hatred, we can't hold any kusala dhamma. If we have sloth and torpor, tina vidya, we can't hold any kusala dhamma. That is why Buddha said the 5 hindrances as strainer. And the next one, he saw a turtle. Turtle means kummo. Kummo means turtle. Turtle means panchupadanaskandhas, pancannam upadanaskandhanam tang adivachana. So people think this panchupadanaskandha, this world is very nice place to hide. The turtle think his body is very good place to hide, good place to live. No, that is not good place to live. So people can kill him. The other enemies can kill him. So in the same way, we can't hide in this world. We can't hide in the 5 aggregates. We can't hide this material formation is not good place. That the feelings are not good place to live. The perception, sanya, perception are not good place to live. And the volitional formations are not good place to live. And vinyana, consciousness are not good place to live. So, but people think this is good, but that is not good. And therefore, we should abandon it. We should abandon the turtle. And the next one, Venerable sir, what is the meaning? Asisuna. Asisuna means chopping board. Why? Chopping board means the without board we can't cut the meat. In the same way, the bad defilement is in our mind, but we should have an object to put that defilements. So that is how we earn bad karma. So there are bad anger in our mind, but if there are no any object, we can't put those anger. So because of those external object, we can't put our bad defilements to that object. That is called vattukama and kilesakama. So we should abandon that. Again, Buddha pointed, he asked, Venerable Sir, what is the meaning, the piece of meat? What is the meaning, mansapesi, piece of meat? So, piece of meat is a name for a 5 sensual chords, panchakana, gunana, adivachana, 5 sensual chords. So, then Buddha pointed out, it is a name for a 5 sensual chord. Then, why? So, there are nice story. A crow take a piece of meat and flew up. Then the other crows follow him. So until he give up it, he attack him. So if he give up that piece of meat, though he is free. Now the one who take that piece of meat is being attacked. So the one who took the piece of meat is underwent to attack. So in the same way, if we give up the sensual desire, we are free. Then Venerable said, what is the meaning cobra? Cobra means arahanta. Do not disturb the cobra. We should not bother about the arahanta. How should we live after becoming an arahanta? We should not bother about that. So we should worship the arahanta. So that is what the sermon. After contemplating these factors, Venerable Kumarakassapa Thero became an arahanta. So that is the sutta. So if you have any question, please send me message. Janaki Amma, Janaki Balasuriya. VL Harinaidu, Namo Buddhaya, Banteji, Sudais, Suds. Suds have a question. Dear Bante, a fish in the water doesn't know anything other than water. How does one No, 5 khandhas are not good place when we are constantly in them. How does one abandon these? Yes, good idea. So we as a fish in the water, correct? When the fish are in the water, they only know about the water. The same way, we are in the 5 khandhas. We don't know about that. So we have to understand. That is why we can't understand it at once. That is why we need a Buddha. So we can't understand because we are in the world. That is the meaning. Lokottara. Lokottara means the behind the world system. Lokottara means the one who exceeded the world. So we can't understand, we can't see that. But if anyone saw us, we can see it. So Buddha is the one who saw that. So one Buddha is enough to show that Dhamma for so many people. So now, although the Buddha passed away, there are Buddha's Dhamma clearly. So by following Buddha's Dhamma correctly, we can see the world. We can see the real world. Real world means the nature of the world, nature of the khandhas, 5 khandhas. So we have to understand the dukkha satya, panchupadana khandha. That is not the anything from our life. Anything apart from our life, that is our life. So you have to pay your attention. With the help of the Buddha, we can do that. That is the way. With the help of the Dhamma, we can do that. That is the way. So if we have to, if we are able to contemplate about the Four Noble Truths, we can see the real world. That is the real world. Also, everyone knows Four Noble Truth. What does realize Four Noble Truth means? And how does one go about doing this? Is there eightfold path that you are referring to? So now, how do we realize it? When you think about your father, about your mother, about your wife or husband, how do you think? This is a life. This is a person. And when you see some this is a person, and this is my mother, and I love him, I like him. And when you see some person, this is not my one, this is my enemy, I don't love him. So you think now this is good person, this is bad person. Now we should understand the good and bad are not in the object. The good and bad are in our mind. Even we know this, although we know this, we can't experience it. To experience that, we have to practice it in a broader context. We have to put to practice it all time. So sometimes some people only think, but they don't use it. That is the meaning. Knowing Four Noble Truth is know about his life. When you feel some compassion, when you feel some desire, you should not think to accomplish that. You should realize it. So when you want to see some beautiful thing, you should understand this is not a thing which exists in the external world. This is a thing which I created. If you know the Four Noble Truth, you should be able to think in that way. So as a start, you should understand about the as a start, you have to pay your attention about your body. That is the start. So you can start this body is created with 4 great ailments. I think you can trust it, you can believe it, because you can see. So and you can see it. This body is created with 4 great elements: Patavi Dhatu, Apo Dhatu, Tejo Dhatu, Vayo Dhatu. So, friends, how do we do it? So, you can divide your body into 32 groups. In the Pali, Kesa, hair, Loma, the body hair. So in that way we have to divide. So how this hair is created? The hair is created. The main thing is the earth element. The other elements are also included, but mainly in the hair we can see earth elements. So in that way we have to think. We can think. So Dhamma friends, that is the start. So then you can practice in that way. So if we want to discuss about more, we can talk another day how to practice. But I have talked about that. I have talked about how to practice 4 great ailments as a meditation, as a bhavana. So if you want to practice this, practice this. You can start in your body, from your body. This body is not a life. Body is a physical thing, and the mind is a thing which which is attached to the body. Mind also we have to understand about the mind. So by studying the Dhamma, we can understand. By studying the Dhamma, we can understand what is the meaning of the mind, consciousness. So understanding, the knowing sound, we that we can understand consciousness. This seeing pictures, we can understand consciousness. Experiencing touching, we can understand consciousness. And smelling things, we can understand consciousness. So this is how we can understand Nama and Rupa. So this is the way. In this manner, you can start. So when you start, you can follow the Dhamma easily. But this is the way, my dear friends. In this real Hari Naidu, in this in this story, why is the Arahanta food compared with cobra? So so many Jataka stories, we can see cobra is very sacred animal. And also some stories, the name cobra has been used for Arahantas. So it is, I don't know why is the correct idea, but it is a symbol. So cobra is a very strict animal. So than other animals, there are so many Jataka stories. So especially cobra, so many stories we can see cobra considered as a sacred animal. So that is the reason, I think. Dear Bhante, so it means that all bad and good lives in the same house called the body. The body is required until one attains Nibbana or Arahanta. Yes. Abandoning the body means do not abandon the physical body. Abandoning the body means actually Vammika or the anthill is not abandoned. Ant hill is to be dig. That is the symbol. Ant hill should, therefore, the same way we should realize the body. We can't abandon the body. We have to realize as Patavi ailment, as earth ailment, as water ailment, Apo Dhatu, as fire ailment, Tejo Dhatu, and air ailment, Vayu Dhatu. We have to understand this body as ailments, as ailments. This body is not my property. We have to understand body as ailments. That is the so we should have to protect this body until we realize the nibbana. We have to maintain the body until we realize the nibbana. But in this world, we can see so many people try to protect the body in the as try to protect body with ignorance. They think this body is mine and it can be it can keep as I need. So we have to repair this body up to some level, but we can't do it completely. We can't keep the body as we need completely. We have to use this body to realize the nibbana. So, Dhamma friends, I think it is time to end the sermon. Thank you all joiners, all live joiners especially, and who asked the questions. So let's say do anumodana. First of all, most venerable Mankadawala Siddhasana Mahathera and most venerable Mankadawala Nandaratana Thera and most venerable Utmale Kumar Kassapa Thera, Bhikkhu Pesala, Bhante Sudasso, Ayyasoma, and all other Bhikkhu Mahasangha in this whole world, and all Buddhist followers and live joiners. Now we transfer the merit to Devasana. Recite with me. Akasattha ca bummatta devanaga mahiddhika punyantang anumoditta chiran rakkantu buddha sasanang. Akasattha ca bummatta devanaga mahiddhika punyantang anumoditta chiran rakkantu buddha savakang. Akasattha ca bummatta devanaga mahiddhika punyantang anumoditta bodhayantu sivam padang. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. I bless you. Please take the blessings. Abhivadana silissa nityang uddhapachayino chattaro dhamma vaddanti ayuvanno sukhang balang ayurarogya sampatti Saga sampatti mevacha ato nibbana sampatti iminate samijjatu. Thero Saranai to all of you.